When Valorant came out, Sage was one of the most disliked characters in the game. But every competitive match needed a healer. Well, according to the players. The only problem is, no one ever wanted to play Sage. It's boring, you know, sitting behind a wall all game, doing nothing but healing your teammates and getting yelled at to be revived. At least it was boring, until this playstyle got popularized. And that's what this guide is going to be about. How to play Sage the right way. Sage has 4 abilities. A wall, a slow orb, a heal, and her ultimate, which can revive a teammate. The most important ability when playing Battle Sage. Your position as a Battle Sage doesn't really rely on how many walls you know, but instead how well you know to use your walls. Whether you're a full-on nerd Sage who learns lineups and every single wall in the game, or if you're just a casual who knows 5 or 6 walls on every map, this doesn't change how good you are. There's still 3 types of Sage walls you need to know about: the long wall, jumping wall, and poking wall. The long wall was created by Grim. It works by using a Valorant character model's head or feet as a platform for an extra block. As soon as you place your wall, you send a message to the Valorant server that you want to place a wall. As soon as they receive the message, they scan around the 3 significant points where you can place the wall. It goes by the loop one after the other, but if it passes false, it breaks the loop and confirms that the wall is going to be X blocks long. The entire wall doesn't have to be on a surface, but to successfully create a long wall, the significant point must not be in the air. To boost yourself up on a long wall, you need to trick the game into thinking your feet are a platform, which the wall can be placed on. To do this successfully, you need to jump back so you're positioned exactly where significant point number 2 would be. You get used to this with practice. Next, you need to wait till your feet are exactly on the same height of the platform you're walling off, or slightly higher. The window for this is small, but with some practice you should have no problem. There are 2 primary methods for this which you can use to get the perfect long wall. Shift walking and jumping backwards off the ledge, like Grim does it. Or running and jumping backwards, and then air braking when you reach the significant point. Air braking is accomplished by moving the opposite direction that the way you are moving. So for this example, I'm running backwards and I want to press W to air brake and come to a complete stop. Make sure you keep your crosshair on the ledge you want to create your wall off of, otherwise you'll end up with something like this. If you get boosted up onto your wall, but it breaks afterwards, don't forget Newton's law. An object in motion will stay in motion, unless acted on by another force. Sage walls are literally made of ice. They'll break in contact with anything. So if your wall breaks, your head is hitting something on the roof. If you don't think it is, remember that Riot has flawless game design, and there are a lot of invisible hitboxes in Valorant. Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack. Jumping walls make up the majority of Battle Sage setups. But how do you pull off a jumping wall? There are 3 main steps. Jump, crouch midair, place the wall at the peak of your jump. You can start off by practicing this wall on a smaller box, like these ones on Ascent. If you feel like you're getting pushed under the wall, or that you get stuck inside the wall and that it breaks, it means that you're placing the wall too early or too late. Valorant jumping mechanics are like any other game. It's not linear. It's actually a parabolic curve. Let X represent time and Y represent your jump height. The equation is something like Y is equal to negative X minus 2 squared plus, let's say, 4. But I didn't make this video to talk about parabolas. Look at the top of the graph. That's when you want to place your wall. As for crouching, I would recommend doing it slightly before the peak of your jump. Jump crouching makes your feet higher than they were while midair, and is used to get to some places that you wouldn't be able to go otherwise. For example, I can't make this jump to heaven without jump crouching. Now remember, when I was talking about long walls and the 3 significant points, those apply here too. You can make your jumping wall longer by standing where the second significant point would be. This widens the variety of possible early peaks, which creates room for many other types of walls. Now that we've got the jumping wall down, there's only one more. This is by far the easiest type of wall in the book. I mean, seriously, if by the end of the video you somehow can't do this one, you're hopeless. The poking wall method occurs when the Sage wall collides with another object, such as a brick wall, and it extends the Sage wall by 1 block. To be safe, I would make sure the majority of the wall is inside the object, giving you just enough room to stand on. The poking wall can also be combined with the jumping wall for some situations where it's impossible to land at a significant point. To be exact, the middle of the significant point should be inside the wall or object that you try to poke your wall into.